said, oh my gosh, look at this. We got another podcast episode, Friday show. And your old pal Ann is here. Oh my gosh, look at this. I think we have the great Erin C. here with us as well. Erin.
Hey, I figured I could be like your, Ed McMahon to your Carson until Frank shows up.
This you downplay yourself, but my friend, you are an improvement over our normal co-host.
He'll be around soon.
Oh, don't tell people that. Then they're going to tune out. That's the problem with the whole thing. The great Erin C is here. You are here. We appreciate that. Over the big sudden breaking, we don't get to break news often on the podcast, but we do now. Marjorie Taylor Greene resigning her House seat. We'll have all the details for you as that came out just moments ago. Anna Kepner, this mysterious death of this poor teenager on a cruise ship. We've got the cause of death just being revealed. And, of course, an Epstein update. The Clintons enter center stage. We'll fill you in on all the latest there. We've got a couple of other topics to cover, including our top 500 comedians of now list that we're going to discuss and release on Monday. Erin is here because we got a big game coming up later on the episode. My friends, this is a podcast. Appreciate you all for joining us, whether you're on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, same deal, like and follow. I wish we could get YouTube and Facebook on the same page with the following and the subscriptions and all the jazz. I'd like to just have one thing. It would be nice to do one thing for once. And of course, those of you watching us on Instagram Live, appreciate you as well. Make sure you share on your stories or wherever you can do that. That is always welcomed. Erin C., just before we go to air, we had a whole show, a whole slate. We had to throw the whole thing out because Marjorie Taylor Greene releases a video, and she has resigned her seat in the House effective January 5th. This, of course, coming on the heels of her big feud and dispute with the president of the United States. She put out an 8-minute video, which I'll share some of with you. And it seems like that was a big part of it, but maybe not all of it. Feels like it was general frustration over everything and rolled up in a ball of, screw this all, I'm taking my bally and I'm going home kind of a deal. I don't know if you had a chance to hear her reasonings or not.
Well, being able to dish it and not take it is a hallmark of
MTG.
of that side, don't like criticism, say terrible things. I mean, I think maybe I'm wrong.
Well, she put out a 10-minute video and I sat through all of it, which somebody owes me for that because that was quite an endeavor. I sat through it so that people didn't have to, but I basically fast forwarded because she did actually make me laugh. I did cackle out loud over this line that I'm going to start with because it was just, I don't know, it caught me very, very funny. She gave all the reasons on why she's resigning. Like I said, she goes through all of it. And then we get across this one moment here, and I'll start it from here. And then we'll hear the reason why she's resigning.
I believe in term limits and do not think Congress should be a lifelong career or an assisted living facility. My only goal.
When she hit assisted living facility, I thought that was rather hilarious. Hold on. We have a disturbance in the live chat. Can I don't know who that FC radio is. Let's get rid of that person, please. Let's ban them quickly before that gets out of control.
What is with you tonight?
What?
What is with you tonight?
It's been a long day. Marjorie Taylor Greene messed up my whole rundown.
Seriously, you're laughing at Marjorie Taylor Greene. You're kicking your best friend out of the chat. I don't know what's going on with you tonight.
I'm a little punchy. I thought that was funny when she goes, I don't believe Congress should be an assisted living facility. That just caught me. That hit my old funny bone. She drones on and on. Let's see if I forgot where the moment was where she actually says why.
To have to endure a hurtful and hateful primary against me by the president that we all fought for, only to fight and win my election while Republicans will likely lose the midterms, and in turn be expected to defend the president against impeachment after he hatefully dumped tens of millions of dollars against me and tried to destroy me. It's all so absurd and completely unserious. I refuse to be a battered wife, hoping it all goes away and gets better. If I am cast aside by the president and the MAGA political machine and replaced by neocons, big pharma, big tech, military-industrial war complex, foreign leaders, and the elite donor class that can never, ever relate to real Americans, then many common Americans have been cast aside and replaced as well. There is no plan to save the world or a 4D chess game being played. When common American people realize and understand that the political industrial complex of both parties is ripping this country apart, that not one elected leader like me is able to stop Washington's machine from gradually destroying our country, and instead the reality is that they, common Americans, the people, possess the real power over Washington, then I'll be here by their side to rebuild it. Until then, I'm going back to the people that I love, to live my life to the fullest as I always have, and I look forward to a new path ahead. I'll be resigning from office, with my last day being January 5th, 2026, and I look forward to seeing many of you again sometime in the future. May God bless you all, and may God bless America.
Here's what I didn't have on my bingo card, everybody. Sympathizing with Marjorie Taylor Greene so much. I don't know. It's a little sour shoes. It's a little like take my bally and go home. But at the same time, I listened to all 10 minutes of her speech and kind of felt like to me, it's coming from a place of she thought she was a maverick. She thought she was a renegade. She thought she was fighting against the power. And the tone that she takes here is, I gave it my all and I can't get over the political machine, which I feel like most people can sympathize with. You know, that one person can't really do it. It's a machine. Like, that's why they call it a machine, right? The swamp or whatever you want to call it, the political machine. She's basically out here saying like it's bought and sold, it's done for. I mean, she's in a not funny way reciting like half of George Carlin's act, you know, where the country's been bought and paid for and whatever. And, you know, I feel like a little, I don't know, I feel not bad for her, but I feel like she is actually representing people for the first time. And that first movement was the her standing up with the Epstein victims, and then her standing up to the president of the United States, and now her like walking away and going, you know, I tried, I can't do it. I tried to do it, and it can't be done. I don't know, Aaron C. Have I been brainwashed? Have I been radicalized?
I don't know. She was just so hateful. So incredibly hateful for so long, and it's so hard to have sympathy for those people when they decide, you know, did you leave because of what I said?
Yes, I was very offended.
Good Lord, show's over, everybody.
No. I had to make a.
Show's not over.
I had a boogie, just a boogie.
I understand. All right. So yeah, I mean, it's just hard to sympathize with somebody who's been so vile for so long. You know, you can't just suddenly, you know, I don't know.
You're not forgiving. You're not You're not.
Well, you know, it can't be like instant. Like I believe in forgiveness, but it can't just be things didn't go my way this one time. Feel badly for me.
Yeah, and I'm with you on that, because like I said, I'm taking my bally and going home if I can't play under the rules I want to play under. Exactly. Yeah, there's definitely an element to that. But like I said, and I don't disagree with what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like, how many people start? I mean, this is every political movie ever. Like, they get this idea of like, maybe I can make a difference, maybe I can make a change. I'm going to do it. And then what happens? They get, in movies, they wind up becoming part of the problem, right? I mean, they stick around long enough to become the enemy, or whatever that saying is. In this particular case, she's just like, screw it. I'm going. I'm not gonna stick around for this. Like, it can't be done. Like I said, the first 8 minutes of the video is a lot more of the same of everything that she did and couldn't fix, and all that stuff. I there's a good conversation going on that everybody can see the live chat in the corner here, and Robin mentions David Hogue, and like, I mean, I would add him to the list of like all these people, these up and comers that you're kind of like, oh, is this person going to do something? Are they going to be the difference? I remember, what's his name? Ro Khan. Is that his name? Ro Khan. I remember the first time I came across Matt Gaetz, it was a similar feeling. This is early on Matt Gaetz. It was a similar feeling because him and Ro Khan, is it Khan or Kana? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Who cares? They were a Republican and a Democrat, and they were working together. And because you know me, I'm always attracted to that kind of. I'm like, oh, what are these guys doing? And there's such hope. And I looked at them in 16 or 14, whenever they first came around the scene, and I was like, oh, these guys might be able to make a difference. Look at them working. Like, these are friends on the opposite side. They're going to work together. And it's like, here we are. It's 2025. Nothing really has changed. Like, it all just, I say it a million times and I mean it. It's the WWE. It's all just did you see the president and Mom Donnie today? These two talked all this shit about each other. All this, who's a fascist, who's a communist, all this back and forth. They're going to crush the other one. It's going to be the end of the world if they make it all. They're laughing it up, shaking hands in the White House all day long. That was the
I
other
thought that was AI. I didn't think that was real. Seriously, I thought it was AI. I was like, oh, what a cool thing someone dreamt up. Whoops.
You want to know? That's really funny. You want to know another thing I laughed at today, Aaron? They ask Mom Donnie, they go, do you really believe Trump is a fascist? And he goes, well, I'll be honest. And he starts to go into this long answer, and Trump taps him and goes, just say yes. You don't have to explain.
That really happened?
That really legitimately he goes, just say yes. And everybody laughed. And Trump was laughing because these people don't take it as serious as everybody else. The followers and the fans and the Americans, however you want to describe them, all three of the same people, it's more important and more serious to them than the people that are actually up there doing it. Same as the wrestlers, right? We all the little kids, we hope that our wrestler wins the wrestling match. And it doesn't matter to the wrestler. He's getting paid either way. He's going to go back in the dressing room and he's going to shake hands with the guy he just pretended to beat the crap out of, and they're going to go get a beer together.
Wow, what a day for Frank to be late. He would have loved to weigh in on this.
I know. He would have been upset and fired up.
Oh,
actually, I don't know. I'm sure he'll come in guns blazing, ready to throw his Trump Mom Donnie opinion down. But I don't know. Frank's not a New York City guy. Would he have voted for Mom Donnie, or would he have voted for Cuomo? I know he wasn't going to vote for Sliwa. I knew that. So sorry. Go ahead.
No, he was going to vote for Mom Donnie. I'm almost positive.
He was going to vote for Mom Donnie? Communist.
I mean, I think so. I keep saying his name wrong. It's not out of disrespect. I just have a mental block about it. And it was just funny because his dad was like, why didn't you vote? And he was like, because I don't live there.
Yeah, he told me that.
Oh, sorry. It was just really, really funny.
No. You know what? I couldn't remember if he told me that on the air or in private. I wasn't sure.
Oh, it was just funny.
A lot of people don't know this, Aaron, that the C in yours and his last name actually stands for communist, right? Is that correct?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
Not communist. It just, I don't know. I know he wouldn't have voted for Cuomo. Cuomo, who was like that last week, was like, I'm going to tour in this Ford Bronco. It's crazy.
He just, oh my God. Cuomo was like, kind of like, I equate him to Aaron Rodgers isn't fair. Just an old quarterback who doesn't have Russell Wilson, for people who are that deep into football. Just like, oh, he was so great at one point, and now he's just out there getting tackled and just, it's embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. The final days of Babe Ruth, is what this last Cuomo thing was. It was just horrible. And nobody is making a big deal out of the fact that he was trying to go from governor to mayor. That's a step down. I don't know why he was even I know it's New York City. I know it's the largest city. I know it's a prominent thing, but if you want to be the president of the United States, governor is the next closest thing that we have to that position. Lots of governors become presidents. The mayor of New York City rarely ever does. Have we ever had a mayor of New York City who became the president? I don't think so.
I don't know. Teddy Roosevelt was probably only. Just 1 second. I'm looking.
You're looking that up. You're going to fact check that? Here we go. This is something a host on this show has never done. Try and look up a fact. Shit.
Not the mayor of New York City. So he was the police commissioner. Sorry. So I guess you're right. I can't think of anybody else.
Yeah, it rarely ever happens. But people are, anyway, going back to the Mamdani Trump thing, they were buddy. And, it's because all of these people, they're all soulless. I know everybody has their favorites. I know Frankie and Aaron, I know you guys like to be on one side of the aisle and you have your people you like, but you can't trust that. There's a black hole in the middle of their chests, all of them.
I saw a really funny thing today where this person said, what if your favorite politician is on the list? And she was like, I don't have a favorite politician. It was like, yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Like, I don't have a favorite. They're all just there and some are horrible.
I'm with you. But you know what? To be honest with you, every time a new person comes up, I peer over the fence and I go, oh, is this like, there is a naivete to me.
You're a hopeful guy.
Yeah.
May that never leave you. May that never leave you. It's left most of us by this age. So congrats.
I don't know. But thank you, but I don't know.
It doesn't come at a price. All I'm saying is that it's like when I used to when I was in college, I was watching all these really violent movies so that I would be less upset by them. And my friend was like, don't hang on to that as long as you can. The fact that you don't like, and I feel like the same in you. It's like, hang on to it. Be hopeful. The world's going to try to beat it out of you, and they haven't done it yet. So even though it comes at a cost, I would say continue to be hopeful. A lot of people, when you lose it, you can't get it back. So hang on to it.
That's very sweet. That's one way of putting it, Aaron, which was very nice. Bird, on the other hand, went with, yeah, Aunt, stay pretty, which if you've been a fan of the show, pretty means stupid and foolish. That's basically what she's telling me there. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's this guy in Maine who is running for, I forget what the fuck he's running for, but he was kind of captivating.
Oh, yeah.
He popped up in the news a couple of weeks ago for something that was kind of captivating. Oh my God, the show just got worse. Holy cow. Look at the diabolical. Look at this. Where'd you get out of painting class? Look at this fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it gorgeous?
That's beautiful.
All right.
Bob Ross ain't got nothing on you. Jesus.
Nothing. It's so gorgeous.
Let's see if I can get it in frame here.
Oh my God. I might even buy that.
You want to buy it?
Isn't it great?
I might. You know what the thing that makes me he probably did, that was little or no. I think he did. Did you paint that while you were taking a shit? Probably in and out of that in 5 minutes.
Listen, what I do when I'm taking a shit is my business.
You're right. You're right. I apologize.
Everyone in the class was going wild. It was probably better than the person who was teaching.
As I was painting, the teacher, the instructor comes around and goes, "Oh, you're a painter, right?" I go, "Yeah, I paint." So and then after the class, everybody comes around and like, "Oh, you did that." I kind of veered off a little bit, like this. There were other details that I left out, and I was like, I'm not going to do that. So I kind of veered off the instructions a little bit here and there. So,
well, painters will do that, right? Artists will go where their inspiration takes them.
Thank you.
I did a painting thing with Frank one time, and I never knew what it was like to be the special kid in class until that particular painting class, where I was like, oh, I was like, this was me. I was like, my shit's coming out pretty. And I looked over at Cuddles and I was like, Well, mine's way better than hers, and I'm just going on. I'm like, I might have the best pen. Then I looked over at Frank's and okay, never mind. I'm just put this brush down. Just put this.
Hey, listen, I've been painting since high school, so it's been a long time.
Yeah, me too. What's your point? Why does mine look like mine? When
was the last time you painted?
Oh, I don't know, but still, I could have been painting 30 years more than you have. It still wouldn't look half as good as the fucking shit that you're putting out.
Come on now. And thank you, everybody in the comments. I appreciate it.
Don't say nice things to him.
Later. Have a good show.
You can
wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
I don't know. I feel like I was only going to do it till he came out.
No, hang out if you
Okay.
want.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
and yes, I would have voted for Mom Downey.
Yeah, Aaron, stay around because we have to talk about this fucking foreigner shirt next. We got to do something. Somebody's got to help this guy.
Foreigner's a good band.
How could somebody with
painting shirt? He doesn't mind if he gets paint on it.
Oh, okay. Is that the shitty shirt?
From painting class.
Okay, all right. Because I was going to say, how can somebody with so much artistic ability not have a fashion sense in him whatsoever?
What's wrong with Foreigner?
You would have voted for Mom Downey. You're not afraid of the communist stuff or the, his policies don't really work kind of thing, all that stuff.
Democratic socialist. I got news for you. We have socialism all over the country. You take the, what's it called? The bus.
Social Security.
Socialism.
Bus,
you go to a park.
Yeah, I get it.
That's socialism. It's stuff that our taxes are paying for. It's interwoven. So it's not full on socialism. It's not communism at all. It's democratic socialism, which is better than Sliwa or fucking Cuomo.
Wow, you really don't like Cuomo. What happened?
You know, the SA'er?
Oh. Yeah.
The guy who fucked up some COVID shit. I mean, he doesn't have a great track. What has he done? I would point to,
Yeah.
We need some new people running shit.
Boy, the Cuomos years ago. Andrew, what was his father's name? Not Andrew. Mario. Love the Mario. Like the Italians, where you couldn't talk bad about the Cuomos to an Italian 20 years ago.
There's a bridge named after him, I think, right?
Well, yeah, but that Andrew did. I think everybody took that back. Didn't they try and take that back from him? No, I don't know. Who cares? Who does it get? Anyway,
I agree with Aaron on. I was listening. I agree with her on Marjorie Taylor Greene. I agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene on the Epstein stuff. I think everybody does. But before that,
come on. But you don't.
To everyone.
Do you think I'm a sucker for empathizing with her over some of the things of like she really went there, she tried? Listen, I understand I understand you and her don't see eye to eye politically, but putting that all aside,
look at what it is. Just look at what happened. She's caught, for her entire political career, she was the loud person that trying to get attention, but like barking for Trump, just mouthpiece for Trump, just blah, 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 blah. All the MAGA stuff. Then the instant, predictably, like I keep saying it every show, once you say something negative or you go against Trump, you are dead to him. So it's like, hey, Marjorie Taylor Greene, if only we had a clue that anything, like if the second you turn on him, he's going to turn his back on you. If only we had some kind of sign that would happen. I mean, this is the guy you aligned with. So you should have seen this coming, is my point.
To be fair, and 99% of the time it goes the way you just said, he seems to have put it back together with Elon after that whole thing crashed out.
Probably because Elon just got $1 trillion something or other from Tesla. Now he probably wants his money.
I don't know
what the motives are, but I'm saying once you stab Trump in you're no longer a traitor. She was called. Why? For voting for the Epstein files?
But he's a traitor. He does dickheaded things like that,
Yeah, he's a dickhead, and you should know when you align with a dickhead, you're gonna get fucked.
All right, but hold on. Do you think? And I don't doubt, but that I know she was in tow and in line with him on a lot of things, right? But was it just because their views aligned, or do you think she was just carrying his torch? Because
I don't know.
the second her views didn't align with him, she had no problem speaking out against it. And listen, I'm not saying she didn't do dumb
and
shit.
she resigned.
The gun Christmas.
You go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go.
I was like, once she doesn't have that MAGA Trump support, who does she have? Democrats don't like her, and now MAGA doesn't like her, and the Trump world doesn't like her. So who does she have left? I quit. Instead of actually coming forward and going, well, this is the stuff I'm fighting for now, or God forbid she change her views on stuff. Like everything before Epstein, I can't think of something that I agree. Everything was her being a nightmare in the political world. January 6th, gun violence, anything, women's rights.
I was just going to say the Christmas
stuff.
The Christmas gun photo. Yeah, the Christmas gun photo thing bugged me. I remember that. But the LGBTQ thing, like I said, we've talked about this a lot. It had gotten out of hand from a perspective of they're pushing that kind of stuff onto young children where young kids are not ready for any of that stuff yet. Straight, hetero, LGBTQ, transition. That's not where their brains are at.
Well, then her argument is very crude. It wasn't as, we shouldn't be shown. It was, I can't, I'm going to be honest. She was always in the periphery because the focus has always been Trump. And whenever I hear Marjorie Taylor Greene, I go, all right, what? And she says something and I go, whatever, I can't with her. So she's always been aligned with Trump and his MAGA bullshit and anti-this and anti-trans and anti, all this stuff, and pro the big Second Amendment, no matter what, how many kids get killed, and just I can't align with that. And once the people that supported you are now like, yeah, you're out, she jumped ship. So,
see, and I can't tell if I'm just being stupid or you just can't get past the fact that she was on Trump's side. You just cannot.
No, I think you're suffering from that goldfish memory. You're just remembering the recent Marjorie Taylor Greene, and you're like,
I like
she wants the Epstein files out. Okay, I'm on her side.
Yeah.
And there's nothing before that for some reason. Everything before that, it's all foggy. I don't know what happened before that.
Didn't you hate her, Aunt? I don't remember. She says nice things now.
Her yelling at Biden during the State of the Union, shouting with.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't care for those things.
Yeah, verbally attacking David Hogue, the mass shooting survivor. Just a lot of.
She was a dick. I get it. Yeah, she was a dick. Yeah,
she was a dick. And then I agree. 100% agree with her on the Epstein stuff, but that's one thing out of her whole career. So,
well, the Epstein thing. Yeah, I guess it was mostly the Epstein thing.
I mean, why would Trump call her a traitor?
The Epstein thing, she went on The View. I felt like, when those things start to happen, I feel like I'm excited for somebody who's kind of like, oh, wait a second. I don't have to get caught in this right versus left thing. I can think for myself. I'm very proud of people who do that. I think that's a thing that should be celebrated. And I say that all the time.
She shouldn't quit.
She's not thinking for herself. She was a bully, and the second she got bullied herself.
Agreed.
See, well, that's an interesting take, but I'll tell you how I see this. I actually saw her having momentum. I actually saw, again, last weekend on my socials, all I saw was people that were like, America first, forget MAGA. You see that skew and that split happening, and I'm like, a lot of people are waking up and on her side. And I started thinking, I wonder how far she could take this. I wonder if she could ride this to a governorship or a senator position or something else. And who knows, maybe that's where she is going to go. And that's why she's leaving the house to run, even though that really doesn't make a lot of sense, but you never know. But I saw this as she's becoming the face of this skew in the Republican Party that Tucker and Candace and all these other people who now are rejecting what the president is doing might get behind, and there might be a thing. So I'm kind of stunned to see her going this way. And I never looked at it the way you guys are, not to say that you're wrong, but that's not how I first viewed it, of that she got bullied. And like I said before, I did see an element of, oh, I'm not getting my way, I'm going to take my bully and go home. I did see a little bit of that, but I saw this as somebody who is growing and maturing, who is moving away from all the stupid shit that you just named and starting to actually think for herself for once when it comes to the Epstein thing. And I'm thinking, how far could this go? How far could she take it?
She did all this awful stuff for her career. Then she goes with the logical release the Epstein files, which Trump himself has said, yeah, I'm signing it. Release the Epstein files, of course. So why, if he just is on the side of release the Epstein files, what did she do that makes her a traitor? If she's on the same side as you now, you've said there's video of you in the Oval Office, Trump saying, yes, release the Epstein file, release everything, because everybody voted for it. So why is what did Marjorie Taylor Greene do to you that makes her a traitor? She wants to release the Epstein files, same as you do, don't you? Doesn't she? So, but I can't square away all the shit before it. The anti-immigration stuff. What was the other? I had Jewish space lasers. That was all her. What the fuck is that? You know, she has all this crazy shit that she's come up with.
What's your problem with Jewish people having lasers in space? I'm for that. Why are you so anti-Semitic?
Sure, she kept accusing, like, the Jewish people have lasers in space and they control the weather and this and that. It's like, what are you talking about? What is that? She was this conspiracy theory person, this bully, I'm like, the left are crazy and all this stuff. And she was, the January 6th was nothing. I can't speak through what she said exactly, but she was always on the far right. And I never aligned with anything she's ever said except for the Epstein stuff. So forgive me if I look at her whole career and go, I don't see, you don't have my sympathy. You were on Trump's side when when Trump bullies everybody and you were on that side. It was, yay, Trump. He's doing nothing wrong. He's fighting for America. But then when you're the target of, just like Aaron said, just like when you're the target of his bully behavior, suddenly it's all too much and I can't handle it and I got to go.
So you're saying you're not sad to see her go?
Is
that what you're getting at? Don't you didn't take it as things are changing for the president? Things are getting worse for the president, making that move?
Totally. It definitely is. With regard to the Epstein stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't see this but the Epstein is just the beginning of people getting upset with him. You don't see this as a setback for that movement to kind of get him to listen. This is the first time we have seen this president do a 180 because he was forced to. I mean, maybe not the first time, but the most prominent and definitely of the second term. We've never seen him look behind him and go, oh, nobody's following me. I have to move myself back to the pack in order to save face.
But you think it's over there? No, it's not over because he's got this excuse now that everything's under investigation.
Oh, I don't deny it.
Not releasing shit.
You're right. He's a slick and cunning guy. He launched that. He made her Bondi launch that investigation. He's covering himself on the other side. I don't doubt that. The files themselves are, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a challenge to actually get to the truth and all of that because of what he's done. And I will always blame him for all the Epstein stuff. But I'm not talking about the Epstein stuff specifically in this instance. I'm talking about this was the first time the tail wagged the dog. And it was basically because he was this, it's a hoax.
You are talking about this Epstein stuff.
But I'm saying it's the Epstein stuff. What I'm saying is the Epstein stuff caused him to lose his base for the first time is what I'm saying. And she was a driving factor in that. And now if she's, I would think that you would want to champion her cause because you don't like him so much, but you're not taking that tack.
I would champion her cause to release the Epstein files. Yes.
But it was the Epstein files today. I'm saying, who knows what it could have been if she continued down this path, because it's the Epstein files. Then she goes on The View. Then she's going on this one. And she's suddenly starting to talk about things from a wider, broader perspective and not right versus left. I saw that as hopeful, and who knows what else she can accomplish or what everybody else is going to wake up to once they see where she was and where she was moving towards.
It's going to take a lot for her to undo the bullshit that she championed over the past bunch of years, over Trump's presidency, because she's been a very big supporter of all of his bullshit, like unwavering. Everything he's doing is great. This is all perfect. Biden sucks and Trump's the best and all this stuff. And if you go down the list, January 6th, guns, migration, everything, immigration. So yes, I agree with her. Her viewpoint on the Epstein stuff, of course. Was she going to change her viewpoint on anything else? I don't know. If she did,
she apologized for all those things that you said, the gun Christmas photo thing and all the other things. She apologized for it. Yeah, she was on with Dana Bash. We played the clip. Remember, she brought Dana Bash, threw all that stuff in her face, and she was like, "Yeah, I apologize for it." She's like, "I apologized for it, and I'm apologizing. If you need me to do it again, I'll do it again."
Sounds good. She apologizes for the gun thing. Okay, fine. But there's still a mountain of stuff. I can't. I'm not going to be this gullible. I mean, I welcome anybody into the cause of.
I think Frank just called me gullible.
Left. What?
You're like, I'm not going to be this gullible. I'm like, wait a second. Are you calling me gullible?
No, I'm not going to be this gullible person. Not this gullible. I mean, I'm not going to be a gullible person where I'm going to be like, okay, I trust you 100%. Just because of the track record.
Oh, no, I don't trust her. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm with you. I don't trust her. You're a little skeptical. You're a little slower coming to the table than I think than I was, is basically what you're saying.
If you want to jump from the right to the left, I'm like, hey, that's great. More, freedoms of speech, freedom of this, freedom of that. More freedom. That's great. That's like I feel like that's the left. Freedom to be who you are. And to not live in fear and all this stuff, and I'm for it. And help for people who need help.
I know, but you only look at the good side of the Democrats and not all the bad things that they've done.
Yeah, I'm trying to. If it's bad, I don't like it. If it's good, I'm for it. I feel like that's most people. If it's a good policy and it doesn't take people's rights away and it doesn't rip people from their families and their homes, and it doesn't give more guns to people. I'm in. Cuck record. I can't speak for a cuck record. I don't know.
I mean, they're the best. Frank, you've been in front of a lot of radio audiences. Is this not the best audience? I mean,
they come out with some great zingers here. Some great one-liners. Her cuck record is unmatched. But I don't know. It seems a little, not too little too late, but it seems a little convenient. Like, the Epstein stuff, great, love it.
Mm-hmm.
You want to release the Epstein files? You're on that side, love it. But now all of a sudden, he doesn't like you, so now you're, oh, woe is me. It's like, this was bound to happen when you aligned with this guy. You knew what. You voted for him, I'm sure, 3 times. You're kind of, again, you aligned yourself with this guy because you thought he was going to bring you to the next level. And then when he didn't, you're like, oh, look at me. Everybody feel bad for me. Now I'm cast aside. It's like, okay. But I can't look, you did a lot of bad shit. That's what I'm saying.
I am with Mercury here, who says, why right to left? I'd like her to do what's best for all. You know, Trump accused her of becoming a Democrat. And when he said that, I was like, boy, I hope not. I really wanted her to chart her own path. And I think the difference of opinion here between you and I is how we basically look at the world. Like, you identify as a Democrat and you view the world from those lenses. And I feel like the world needs to wake up and come out of this right versus left thing, which is not real, and look at the world from this sort of perspective of what's best for me, what's best for my constituents, what's best for everybody. And that doesn't necessarily align with the political parties at all times. In fact, in most times, I feel. I
get it. And I would like to, there's two things with that. One, the unfortunate reality is that the country is, and elections and politicians are split right and left. That's the unfortunate reality we're in, where it's a two-party system that we are in, and that's what we have to deal with. So if I'm saying right or left, I align more left because I believe in, the qualities and everything that, most of the stuff that I've seen or read or know about the left aligns with my personal values over what's going on the right. I could give me a policy on the right that you think I would. I don't know. I can't think of a policy on the right that I like. More guns for people? No, I don't like that. Taking away and defunding public services and charitable things and this waste, fraud, and abuse thing that was bullshit, that defunded a bunch of stuff. Taking away the Department of Education, no, I don't like any of that. Not taxing the rich where it should be, where that's something I don't agree with. You tax the shit out of the rich. That's their fair share. I'm trying to think of a right policy that is like something I would agree with, and help me out. If there's something you think I would, what about this right-wing policy? Try me. But I don't see it.
Lisa says, Trump, I don't know what that OBJ, I don't know why that's showing up funky. Trump is growing more powerful than you could possibly imagine. The more you tighten your grip, the more ships will slip through your fingers.
That is a Star Wars reference. And it's Star Systems, not to correct you, but I appreciate the Star Wars quote. Very good, Lisa. Love the Star Wars quote.
And the super chat. Thank you.
The super chat. Thank you, Lisa. Yes. I don't think he's growing more powerful. I think he thinks he is. I think and I also think there's this belief among, and I feel like it's the core people. It's like Trump, his press secretary, and a few of the inner circle people that believe he's the president and he can do literally whatever he wants and it's fine, no matter what it is. And that's just not the case. I mean, he's getting away with the stuff now because Democrats can't call him out on it. They're not in power. The balance is off. Republicans aren't going to say anything because he's their guy. So when he does shit like, I don't know, blow up ships in the middle of the ocean for no reason, the Democrats could impeach him for that, but they can't because they don't have the votes, and the Republicans are looking the other way. So when you talk about stuff that he's doing, I can't. I'm trying. Just this week, he made it easier, or I forget what the exact. There's a what?
Nothing. I lost control of the whole thing.
No, there's let me see, in danger. Now he made it so that Trump moves to weaken Endangered Species Act. Why?
Well, to be fair, the endangered species, I think they're running a scam on us just to raise funds for their own species.
Okay.
If I'm going to be totally honest.
Loosening those restrictions, I'm sure my guess would be so that whoever is twisting his arm can build something somewhere and fucking or drill a fucking for oil and fuck that endangered species. Yeah. I'm sure it's motivated by money and by, oh, look at all this industrial bullshit that we're doing. But
I'm laughing because it's true. I bet you it really does oil. I don't know anything about any of this, but I bet you it really does boil down to, I'd really like to get an apartment complex in this one spot. Can you see what you could do for me?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe not an apartment complex, but like, I want to drill for oil here. And there's an endangered species that lives there. But, you know, if you're loosening the restrictions on the Endangered Species Act, then maybe we can, you know, maybe fuck whatever that is, and we could drill there. Who gives a shit?
Well, how long have we been hearing that the bald eagle was endangered? Those motherfuckers are everywhere now. You know what I'm saying? So
because they were protected, they started flourishing more. They're you know, they're there for a reason. They're on these lists because there's dangerously low numbers. And when they say, oh, we're taking away regulations, I am against that. Regulate the shit out of everything, because regulations are put there at some point, because it's like, you know, a sign gets put up because, you know, don't feed the bears. Well, the sign was put there because someone fed the bears and it fucked with them somehow, and it would cause a huge problem. These regulations are there in place because there was a huge problem. They put these regulations in place to stop the problem. Now you're just loosening regulations, so it's a free for all. That's not how it works. It's dangerous and it fucks shit up. And I can't see anything on his side that I'm like, yeah, sounds good. Sign me up.
I'm with you on that. I say regulate. And you know who taught me that? Warren G. back in '94. And ever since he said it, I was like, this guy knows what he's talking about. We got to regulate.
You gotta regulate. You gotta check yourself.
Because if you don't, we all know what'll happen.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, you're making some good points here, Frankie. Marjorie did say in her little speech that everybody, at some point, I'm paraphrasing, but she was like, all the Republicans hate him. She's just like, all the Republicans. That's why it's so.
They probably do, but but they're gonna follow him into the ground
because he's power. It's power at the moment, you know. But that's why it was so fascinating.
The only reason he has power is because they keep following him.
But it was the same thing when Biden was there. No, you know, everybody knew he was losing his mind and he wasn't really doing much. But everybody backed him because that's where the power was, you know.
But you could stop some of the crazy shit. Biden wasn't doing crazy shit and putting crazy policies in
opening the border was pretty crazy.
The border was open and
unnecessary.
The border. So, all right, if you want to vote against that, vote against that. But you don't have to, kiss Trump's ass for no reason. It just doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I viewed some of what she said, and again, there's an element of taking my bally and going home, but some of what she said was like also just refreshing to have these kinds of discussions out there and just talk about how, the system is so the system. And it makes me want to bring that conversation back to, campaign financing. Lisa back with another super chat. Release of Israel Muslim hostages. His tightest relationship are the most powerful world leaders. Watch, and the fury over Charlie Kirk is palpable. I don't know what she means about that. Charlie Kirk. What does that mean? Palpable. The anger over.
You could feel it. It's very noticeable.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, Lisa. I'm not sold over. I mean, I don't doubt that people are upset over Charlie Kirk. I can see that. I have eyes. But this whole Candace Owens led conspiracy around Charlie Kirk. Listen, do I think there might be more there than the meets the surface on the Charlie Kirk thing? Possibly. I don't think it's as deep as conspiratorial as she thinks. And I also I'm not entirely sold on that it was Israel's fault. But Lisa makes a good point in the beginning here that, again, and I've said this too, and Frank has given Trump credit. This is the one thing that you've given him credit for, was the Israel Palestine peace deal.
When hostages are released, that's a great thing. Always a great thing.
And it's held. Here we are all these weeks later, and there hasn't been a lot of incidents. I mean, I don't know how much progress we're making towards the ultimate goal, but nobody's bombing anybody else. Supposedly, he's getting close on Russia and Ukraine. Supposedly, he's got a Ukraine Well, I heard Zelensky say that he was being put in a tough place because essentially what the United States is trying to do is give them NATO protection without calling it NATO, which is kind of what you have to do, because if they join NATO, that was Putin's hard line. So, okay, we won't call it joining NATO, but at the same time, you want to offer the Ukrainians protection, the same protection you would afford any other NATO nation. So it's a little tough there, but from what I understand, the reports were today that the Ukraine had agreed to a basic framework, and it's on Putin's desk, and they're waiting for him to come through with it too. Now, I don't have an ounce of faith in Putin on anything.
No, every time there's been a ceasefire, it's been ignored.
Yeah.
So
but Israel Palestine had a blip and had some bad things happen, and it's gone right back to ceasefire and no attacks and nothing. So
yeah, I'm all for stopping wars and killings and ceasefire. I'm all for the ceasefires. I'm all for it. Peace. I want peace. I want everybody to stop wars and everything. I'm all for it. I'm not going to sit here and go over all my problems with Trump again.
But he's getting that done, and if he gets this other one done, that'll be two. Great, good international things he's done.
International, great. I love it. But you can't lose focus on all the problems over here too. All the shit that he's stirring up. He just literally today said that there's a video that some Democrats put together about telling the military don't carry out illegal orders.
I didn't get this. Why did they put that video out? Why was there a need to put that video out?
I don't know why, but I think it may be. No. I think it's just if Trump tells you to do something to our own citizens, I don't know, whatever the reason is, they put it out.
Did Trump prompt them to say don't follow illegal orders? It was a very weird thing.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah. That you're not required. I don't think you're not required as a military person to follow an order that is illegal or violates the Constitution.
I don't doubt that.
Okay, so they're not saying anything new, and then all of a sudden Trump comes out and goes, "Well, this is sedition. This is punishable," and he retweets or retruths a thing that says they should be hanged, and it's like, well, what are you doing?
Yeah,
you're advocating. You might not have said kill these people, but you've given it a little stamp of approval, and you're not exactly saying no. Let's tone down the rhetoric, and this peace president. Let's give this guy the Nobel Prize over here for. He's literally reposting, hang them. That's what George Washington would have done. That was the post or something like that. It's like, well, all they did was tell the troops don't follow illegal orders. That was the whole.
Why are they? I don't doubt what he retweeted or retruthed or whatever was bad, and I can't wish he would stop doing that, because I've been saying that since 2016. I wish he would stop the online. He's a keyboard cowboy. But why did they put the video out?
The left has to tone down the violent rhetoric. The left is the problem.
But why are they even putting a video out? I don't understand. Was this a problem? Was this an ongoing issue?
It might be a message to ICE and the things going on in our cities, that they're sending the military to these different cities to enforce whatever the hell.
Well, Erin came on, and she's the only one who knows anything out of the three of us. So.
I feel like it's a slippery slope. It feels like the Gestapo. There was this thing recently about how people used to think that if the things that were happening in the 1930s in Germany, if people had phones and if people had cameras and there was social media, this stuff would have never happened. And now we're kind of seeing that it is, and people don't want to get involved because they're afraid that they'll be grabbed and thrown in a van and driven away without a warrant, without a badge, without seeing someone's face. And that's why they're reminding people there might be things they're going to ask you to do that are anti-constitutional, and you don't have to do them. It's a good reminder for these times.
Good message. It's not a negative message. It's a do the right thing message. Don't follow blindly an illegal order, because I think people can see.
But it wasn't to ICE, though.
To
It was to the military.
No,
the
but it's
military.
the idea that ICE they're letting this happen in the small scale. Next is the big scale. So just remember your oath.
And he's already getting away with murder. He's literally blowing up ships in the middle of the ocean, and he's not facing any. There's no warrant. There's no call for. He hasn't shown any evidence that he could do. He's not supposed to be able to do that, but he's doing it, and he's seeing. It feels like he's trying to see how much he can get away with, and it's like, I can just blow up another country's citizens, and there's no repercussions. So what the hell else can I do? It's a slippery slope with that, and I think it's a positive message when you tell our troops, hey, listen, if he tells you, if your leader says fire on, do something illegal, you're totally not obligated.
But I think they all know that, though. Like, why is there have to be a public
then it's
service
a signal that
announcement?
we're on their side. It's a signal that we're on their side when they do it. It's not one of these things, and also to remind everybody. So if they decide not to do it, it's to remind everybody that there's a reason that they didn't do it. It wasn't to be defiant; it was to follow the Constitution.
I just think you put more teeth in the shark's mouth when you draw attention to these things that are
Well, good, because the other side is biting. So if we put more teeth on the other side, then at least it's a more fair fight.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? If negative, horrible, illegal shit is happening, what are you saying? We should ignore it, and we shouldn't throw a spotlight on it and call it out. We have to, or else they're just going to keep getting away with it.
No, I think it's good to do that. But on the other hand, I see the dangers in telling the military, like, you don't have to listen to your commanding officers. Like,
if it's illegal, if order violates the Constitution. I'm not saying don't follow orders. You're supposed to follow orders. I get it. To clean up this thing, do that. March this way. Follow your orders. But if they're telling you to do something illegal and unconstitutional, then don't follow those orders.
All I know is you want me on that wall, and you need me on that wall. Okay, I don't like when you sleep under the blanket of protection I provide, and then question the way in which I provide it. Okay.
Give that man the Oscar. I
would much rather, who was it? Pollock or somebody? I don't know, because I'm obsessed with that movie. He goes, Jack Nicholson did that. Because, when they shoot movies, they shoot one actor doing it, then they go to the other side and they shoot the other actor, then they shoot. He goes, he did it like 7 times, and every time he did it, it was just as fucking good as the first time he did. He's like, even when they were shooting the reactions, he's like, he's still up there just fucking murdering that monologue. And he's like, we're all giving real reactions. He's like, I can't believe this is the 9th time he's done it. He's still fucking killing it. He's like, all those reactions were totally genuine in the courtroom.
Yeah, no, he was
amazing.
He's retired, right? Or
I think so. I think he's a little losing a little.
90 something years old, right?
Because he stopped going to Lakers games. And once that kind of started happening, because I remember he popped up at one not too long ago, and everybody's like, it's like old times, he's back. And then they like snuck him in and out really quickly. Like he didn't want to like talk to, and plus he's getting like fat and everything, and just old and fat. Like, all our heroes are just, I can't take it, Frank. Between Seinfeld and him, and oh my God, I saw Alec Baldwin the other day with no makeup, no nothing, and I don't know what's happening to his face, but he's got like, I don't know if he was getting injections, and now it's just like
how did you see him?
In like a pic. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say like I saw him, but I have seen him, but in a picture. It wasn't like in person, but he looked like shit.
Well, listen, movies and TV shows, they're makeup and all this stuff, and you see someone outside of makeup, it's a different
jarring
story.
You know what I think is killing me more about Seinfeld, because I watch the show still, I'm still stuck at 90s Jerry,
Of course, you're still watching your old TV shows. Any TV show from the Friends or
I'm
something.
having that
What's
with
that?
this. I'm having that with this new show, The Beast in Me. Claire Danes is like 47 years old, and I'm just
Yes.
seeing her as Angela and in My So-Called Life, and it's just driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good show, by the way. Really good show.
Good show, by
My
the way.
So-Called Life. I agree.
No,
Because
you're an idiot.
sorry. What's The Beast in Me about? Is Jared? What was his name in My So-Called Life? Fucking Jordan Catalano.
Jordan Catalano.
Is Jordan Catalano in this Beast in Me show?
Oh,
Not
God,
yet.
wouldn't that be funny?
We
I'm
haven't
gonna
gotten
skip
to all
it.
the episodes, so I can't say
All right.
definitively, but
All right, I'm not going to commit to it, but you promise me if Jordan Catalano shows up, you let me know so I could jump right in because I'm going to be there with you guys.
you'll be the first person I tell.
I'm going to be excited. What's the name of the show? My So-Called Beast of Life. What was it?
That's it.
That's exactly what it's called. Did you watch all the episodes? Can we talk My So-Called later? Maybe with
Fuck
Cuddle?
yeah. Fuck yeah. I have,
Frank
but
didn't watch it.
Frank, well, because he was too busy watching Simpsons and shit like that. He couldn't.
Yeah.
He couldn't handle the emotional depths of My So-Called
The
Life.
show is still on today, and which show was what? One season?
Yeah, I don't even know if it was.
No, I'm sure. I'm not. I'm just fighting back. I'm sure it's a great show.
Was it 2 seasons or 1 season? I don't even remember.
Just one, but it was so good.
And did it
I should
even
watch it.
finish? Didn't it start on NBC and finish on MTV? I watched it on MTV. I wasn't an early adapter of My So-Called Life.
I don't know. All I know is it was insanely good. Anyway, we'll talk about it later. But
Okay.
The Beast in Me is good.
Podcast. Aaron, should we start on My So-Called podcast?
Maybe.
We'll do recaps. We'll do
Anybody
rewatches.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Anyone looking to hate watch a movie? There's this movie called Shell, which is the Temu version of The Substance, starring Kate Hudson, which I'll watch her in anything, and Elizabeth Moss, and it is so off the rails bad, but it's probably going to become like a cult thing because like it's so bad, it's like funny. It's so weird.
Yeah, you know the Substance, right? The story with that, what it's about.
I've heard it. I haven't seen it.
It's like a Jekyll and Hyde story but it's like it's what's her name?
Demi Moore and Margot Qualley.
Demi Moore is aging out of her profession, and they she's not as attractive or whatever.
Right.
So she takes this substance, and it changes her into Margot Qualley. It makes her young and pretty.
I remember the promo had something with her eye, like a little eye and the big eye. Still something
like
weird.
Pupils or whatever.
Yeah.
So it changes it. That's basically the story of the Substance. This movie, what's it called, hon?
Shell.
It's Elizabeth Moss.
Yeah, and basically Kate Hudson has like this, like it's like Ozempic to the extreme. Like it will stop your aging. You will become more beautiful. You will become thinner. You will become taller. You will become more desirable. But like, oh no, there are side effects. What?
Yeah, it's the same style movie. Like it's the same plot.
But like, what's bizarre about it is like when we saw the not to give too much away, but when we saw the previews, it's like Elizabeth Moss takes it and like Frank's like, they just washed her hair. Like she doesn't look any much different. And what's absolutely bizarre, I'm not giving anything away because it's in the IMDb details. And at one point she turns sideways and you can see filming this, Elizabeth Moss is 7.5 to 8 months pregnant. And it's like, she can't lose any weight because she's 8 months pregnant. So they just kind of like put more makeup on her and they're like, Shell. And it's like, why did you hire this actress? She can't transform. It was so fucking weird.
Yeah, all they did was they did her makeup and then they combed her hair and they're like, oh, look at this. She took this miracle thing and now she's. It's like, well, she put on makeup and combed her hair. What are you doing? This is
right.
This is not the transformation you think it is from the Substance,
Doesn't that take you right out of those movies when you're like, this isn't what they're going for is not working immediately, and you could immediately tell.
Agreed.
Yeah. So, all right. So that's if you want to hate watch something. There you go.
Can I tell you, and I don't know what this says about me, but I hate watched a Christmas movie last night.
Which one?
I'm trying to find it right now. It was one of those. It's funny because somebody in the chat just said they watch Lifetime. Wait, I keep watching Lifetime television. Shit, moved.
Gotta
Brooke,
wade through all the cuck puns. There's a lot of them.
it's like a jungle. It's like, you gotta, I keep watching Lifetime television for women movies on YouTube. I don't know where they all came from. It's the same thing with Christmas movies. Like at some point, like Hallmark made a couple of good ones, and then all of a sudden there were 4,000 Hallmark. And then YouTube, Netflix was making Hallmark movies. But I'm trying to find it. It's a Christmas movie. It's one of those Lifetime Hallmark Christmas movies, and it's about a reporter. And DB Sweeney. Let me search DB Sweeney. That's how I'll find it quick. DB Sweeney, who I love because he was in Cutting Edge.
Toe pick.
That's so funny because I always that's the line you have to say. Oh, fuck, is it not going to come up now? He's in it for like 3 seconds, and it's like starring DB Sweeney. It's like DB Sweeney is all they could afford to get. That was the star power to pull you into this movie. And it's about a reporter who goes to cover a story, and she's being forced to cover it. And, she's like the break story, honest journalist, like hard-hitting news girl. And they're like, well, there's this toy company that's celebrating the 40th anniversary of this like breakout toy from the 90s. And we want you to go do a story on it. And she's like, wait, aren't they an advertiser? And he's like, bingo. So it's all about like the changing landscape of media, how there's no integrity in it anymore. But so she agrees to go on it as long as she gets final cut on the story. And so she goes to this small town to go interview these people. And she's like, as long as I get to do it my way. And she's like, this is going to be hard hitting. But you're just watching a woman cover a fucking toy company and this stuffed doll. It's actually a toad who they call the mistletoads. The mistletoads were like this thing that it's one ridiculous thing. And I saw it and I was like, wasn't that the stupid movie that I didn't like? And I'm like, let me see. And I put it on and I'm like, this is the stupid movie I didn't like. And then I'm like, let me watch that one part where I fucking hated when she did. And I just watched the whole thing. I watched the entire thing. And it was so frustrating because it's like every step of the way, she's like, I'm doing this piece my way. And it's like, okay, in reality, this would be a 2-minute fluff piece that any reporter would be like, whatever, we'll just get this out of the way so it's over and done with and the advertiser's happy and we'll go home and go on to doing real news stories. But the whole way she fights this thing like it's going to be, I'm going to tell this story my way. And I'm just like, none of this is anywhere close to reality. How did this movie get funded? I don't understand it. The whole thing must have cost $342 and $320 that had to be DB Sweeney.
What was the name of this thing?
I don't know. I can't fucking find it now. It's gonna kill me. It's just, and the name is stupid. Why? How do you see what you watched on Hulu? Why didn't they make everything so difficult?
I don't know if there's a history, but there's a keep watching. That's all I know.
I know, but I finished the whole thing now, so it's gone. It's gone forever. Family holiday movies.
You got to watch Red One. It's a good Christmas movie.
I refuse.
You're right.
I don't like when they mess with Santa Claus.
Nobody's messing with Santa Claus.
Don't mess with my Santa Claus. I almost hate watched another one too. This stupid shit. By the way, Santa Claus's sleigh. Is it green?
It's red.
It's red, right? What about his sack? Black, brown, red?
Well, it's a little personal, no?
That's good.
I thought red too. A red, like velvety looking sack.
Yeah, but I feel like it's black. Because Cuddles and I, we have to build a.
What movie are you basing this on? What lore? I mean, if you go off of classic, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from like the 50s or whenever the hell that thing came out, it's red, I thought. And most movies, I feel like everything's red with like gold and like silver and gold kind of trim.
I think it's always a little different depending on who's telling the story. But that's the thing. Like Cuddles and I have to make a Santa Claus thing for the kids for school. And
I would go classic then. If it's not like.
Yeah, but what's classic? Is it black or is it red?
I would have thought red, matching his outfit.
I just don't know.
I'm telling you. What did you ask me for?
Reporting for Christmas. Found it. Tamara Feldman, Matt Trudeau, and D.V. Sweeney reporting for Christmas. Do you want to hear the description?
Not really.
Shut up. Idealistic reporter Mary Romero is assigned a puff piece about a Christmas toy manufacturer, and meets a charming toy maker who inspires her to search her heart to find true happiness. Oh,
that's nice.
It's beautiful. It's an hour and 26 minutes of my life. And that's the thing. Her dad, the guy who runs the company, his son runs the company, and they have differing opinions on it. But they basically run a company that like saved this little town and makes there's nothing bad in it. And the guy just wants to sell more toys, and they're looking at it like it's a bad thing. But meanwhile, he employs all these people, he donates all this money, and he's like, "Can we like promote the toy?" And she's like, "I'm going to do this my way." And I'm like, none of this makes sense. There's not even a conflict here. This doesn't make any sense. It's fucking terrible.
I blame you for watching it again. You've seen it already, and then you hate watch the shit out of it.
I got news for you. I'm going to watch it next year too.
God.
Yeah.
Watch Red One, will you?
It's a problem. Quickly, Frank, Anna Kepner.
Mm-hmm.
This is really sad. Did you hear this story?
I have not.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with it.
Okay. It's kind of the new it's the new thing kind of gripping the nation. It's very, very sad. It's gotten a lot of play. Anna Kepner is an 18-year-old girl from Florida. She's a cheerleader. She goes on a cruise with her family. She tells her family, I'm not feeling well. I'm going to go back to my room. She goes back to the room. Everybody wakes up the next morning. She's dead. 18 years old. So now everybody's like, well, what happened? And I mean, what could happen on a cruise ship? And you know what's funny? I almost asked Erin about this because I'm like, is this like the cruise ship girl again? Like, is this the new cruise ship girl? Like, can we do a pod on this? But it's kind of unraveling right now. And there was a big update in the story today. But essentially what we discovered was she went on the cruise with her father and her stepmother and some of her step siblings. We just knew she had passed and she didn't feel well, and that was it. Then a couple days later, it comes out that she was found stuffed under her bed underneath life preservers and blankets and things.
Jeez.
And then today, ABC News got the scoop that the cause of death was asphyxiation and that there were marks on her throat that that go along with that, with somebody basically a bar or an arm or something, like, strangling you. So that was the big story that popped today, that she died from asphyxiation. What's super strange is her stepmother, who brought her stepchildren on the cruise with her. She's in a custody battle, with her ex. And in that hearing, she goes, "Oh, one of my children are they're a suspect in a murder case." And it was like on a Zoom, and it was released publicly. So everybody's like, it was the stepbrother who was on. The number one suspect in Anna's death is her stepbrother. And all this crazy stuff is coming out from friends and Anna's ex-boyfriend, that the stepbrother was obsessed with her. And people are wondering that they had gotten into a fight and this kid was mentally unstable. There was rumors that this kid was drinking because they were on a cruise in international waters. I guess you have to be 16 to drink in international waters, not 21. Is that a thing? I don't even know. And then people said he wasn't drinking, and then they said people are still maintaining that he was drinking. You got this custody case going on, all this crazy stuff. It's like become a thing. But this all happened. They found her on November 7th or 8th. It's November 21st, and I don't know why it's taking so long to get, because you've been on cruises. Footage. There's footage. There's 4 million cameras on a cruise ship. Hallways, balconies.
There's no footage of the rooms or anything.
There's no footage of the room. However, she was discovered by a housekeeper. It was a housekeeper who found her. So there has to be footage of who entered and left that room. Because
that's true.
If she was strangled, and only one person.
Everybody who went in and out of that room is a.
That's it.
It's got to be a handful. Whoever. has access to
I
the
mean,
room.
I doubt she strangled herself. She's not Jeffrey Epstein. You know, so it's like I don't know why it's taking so long for them.
Well, they probably have it. It's an investigation. It's probably ongoing. We don't. Maybe they haven't released it because it's not. The investigation isn't over.
Maybe, but I just, it's so like every time you peel a layer of this, it gets more and more tragic. And I hate to use this term, but like white trash, like, oh my, they bought the kids their own room, 18 and 16, which I mean, I guess, but
they each had their own room?
No, they were together. The stepbrother supposedly, and I think there was another sibling too. So I think they were all like staying together. I don't know where they were when all of this happened. Like, do they go to sleep, wake up the next morning, and leave the room, and then the housekeeper comes in? If I don't know. Like, there's a lot of
we don't
questions.
know the timeline. Yeah, we don't know the story yet. All we know is literally probably what you just told us. Right? Is there any more?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know the facts yet. We don't know.
No. And the poor girl's mother wasn't even there. Like her biological mother wasn't there, and she found out from the news. That's how she found out, because she knew, obviously she knew her daughter was on a cruise. Yeah, and when the daughter died, the cruise turned around right away, went back to Miami because there was a death on board, and she started Googling, and then when she found out it was a young girl, she started panicking, and that's how she found out.
Yeah, well, all right. So the news didn't reveal who it was.
Not at first, but eventually it came out that it was her.
Yeah.
And it's like, Jesus, and again, not that there's not, but like step siblings and the stepmother, and you had to see the mom. I watched the custody case of the stepmother, and she pled the fifth, by the way. She didn't like testify in this whole thing. And again, because it's over the custody of these kids, and she's like, one of them's a suspect in the, and like just the way she says it, it's like you can tell this woman cared not one iota for this poor young girl.
Jeez.
Because just the way she's sitting there so cold and going through the whole thing, like how you don't shed a tear, you don't get a little emotional that your stepdaughter was just murdered on a cruise. It's all very like.
All this is very fishy and suspicious, and I don't know. Again, we don't know all the facts, but you're right. I feel like I don't know if I guess the hallways would have cameras, right? Where the rooms, I never.
They have to.
Sure. They would, right? All the outside of the rooms, the whole long hallways. Mm-hmm. They probably do. There's probably over the head cams. I would imagine, and yeah, I'm sure they've got to have all of that. I'm sure the list of suspects is not very big because, again, like you said, if there's footage of all these of the rooms and who's going in and out, the only people would be whoever was staying in the room, maybe the parents, they had access to, I don't know, and cleaning people.
Yeah. But that's a weird thing. So if they don't have the camera footage.
If they don't, then that's even more suspicious.
Could be, because it could be the brother. Like you said, it could be the cleaning person. It could
be. You have to get who went in, like so the Anna goes into the room, obviously alive. She goes in, and then from that moment on, the last time she went into the room, you have to go from that moment on. Who went in and out? Because those are your suspects. Because she went in alive, something happened. She was murdered. It's between that day and when she was found, who went in and out of the room.
Yeah.
I mean,
without a camera, how do you prove it? Because what if she had just met, I mean, it was early on in the boat, but what if she just met somebody and she was just like, oh yeah, I'm going back to my room, I don't feel good. And they were like, oh, I'll come with you. And
that could be as well. And if she went in with someone, maybe that could be an issue. But you're right. I feel like there has to be cameras. I'm not sure. They would have to be.
I mean, odds are 95%. Probably the stepbrother. Probably.
Maybe, but who knows?
It's hard to put somebody behind bars for the rest of their life if you don't have that stone.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like that there's got to be footage, but the footage is only going to narrow it down to, again, who went in and out of the room after Anna went in. And then in between the time that Anna went in for the last time and they found her, who was in the room in that window?
Right. Merck says the biological mother lost custody of her because of drugs.
Okay.
I don't think I got that wrong. I just didn't say that, right?
I don't know what you said.
I think I just... shit. Frankie Seal notice, no red background.
Yeah, what's up with that?
We are no longer in alert status over this Epstein stuff because I think all is quiet. You know, all is quiet right now. Everything that this latest flurry, we've gotten everything out. Everybody knows everything. The story today
doesn't know everything.
Well, I mean, as much as we're going to know, there's nothing new.
Well, the files have to come out. Well, that's coming.
That they do. He signed the thing. Pam Bondi, we played that stuff for you where she's like, well, we'll do what's legal and all. So now it's a 30-day waiting game to see what's legal. I did see a couple of legal minds voice opposition to what everybody seems to be saying, that Trump launched the investigation and this is what they're going to use as an excuse. Some of these legal minds that I've seen, they're out there and they're basically talking about the bill, and they're going through the language of the bill saying that if they are going to redact names, they have to provide written testimony as to why. And it can't be a wide redaction. It has to be limited to just the person and the name, which is interesting because when they've done that in the past, every redaction has, not every, but a lot of redactions have been identified, you know, because of
context clues and
exactly. Yeah,
that's the thing. If it's especially for victims, if it's like, well, they redacted her name,
yeah,
but it's like, you know, her social security numbers right after that. That's obviously, you got to redact anything that can identify one of the survivors.
Yeah, it's more stuff like, oh, that so and so redacted was at this party in 1998 and blah blah. And then people can. They're able to kind of put it together. But you know what's sad? There was a few victims who came out and they were basically like, hey, our lives are being threatened now. You know, and it's like, that's the stuff you look at and what Trump is doing with this whole thing. And I go back to, he's protecting himself or billionaire donors or whatever it is. And these poor women are sitting there and they are still victims. Yeah. And they are being victimized even more over this. And you still have people out there defending Donald Trump and what he's doing with this whole thing. It's fucking disgusting.
Right. So why else? If not protecting himself or others or his friends or whatever, then why else hasn't he?
Doesn't make any sense. None of it makes any sense. And it's not because he's doing such a great job. He doesn't want things to take away from it, because even he has to admit he made this way bigger than it had to be.
And if there's nothing implicating him, then he wouldn't be worried about what would take away from whatever. Mm-hmm. He has nothing to do with anything. You release it, and you'd be the hero if it's nothing to do with you. You'd be the guy that brought down all these people. Right. What you campaigned on. Ring, you know, sex trafficking ring.
Yes, now I'm being accused of being pre-recorded. Raven says his aunt even live anymore. LOL, pre-recorded it. What did I miss? Anyone keeping
I can't hit you.
Score till he notices? What do I not notice? Is there a misspelling? What did I miss here?
I don't know. Let me see. Redact. Oh. Did you write something?
I'm going back to all Raven's posts now. I can't see. Long con bit worked. I don't know. Oh, is it because I say Paul and his
compromise? What did you do?
I don't know what I did. I don't know, Raven. Tell me what I did. Is it because I refused to admit that Donald Trump did something? Oh, okay. You want to?
Yeah, this. Maybe this.
No, I addressed that. I said that. I put Merck's comment on about the mom was a drug addict.
All right. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I'll be honest with you, Raven. I feel pre-recorded. Oh, sorry, Frank. I didn't mean to.
Sorry. With this one, victims should release their names. Yeah, I agree. However, there was I think it was Psaki, or Jen Psaki.
Yeah, wait, new Republican Jen Psaki or original Jen Psaki?
New Republican Jen Psaki.
Yeah, whoever the White House secretary is. I just call him Jen Psaki.
OG Jen Psaki.
Okay.
She has her own show, and she had of one or two survivors on the show with her, and she was interviewing them, and she was asking, can you name anybody that, and the survivor was like looking over at, like, I don't know who was with her, a lawyer or a brother or someone was with her, and she was like, oh, a lawyer.
Yeah. And
she's like, I would, but I'm being threatened in my life and my family, the whole, they're afraid to come forward with the names, and understandably so. You don't want to, it's sad, the position that these poor people are put in, but I wish they could come forward with the names so easily and just be like, yeah, it's them. It's these people.
Yeah.
Everybody wants them to, and it's easier said than done because of the threats that they're getting.
I think they will, and I think a lot of it is threats, but it's also not even the threat of their life, which is obviously a pretty big deal. It's also slander, libel. A lot of this can fall under, and even if it's not actual slander or libel, but you're talking about people with lots of money and lots of power against people who don't have that. And now they're going to have to fight it out in a court case over this kind of shit. Like, it's not as easy as people think.
Even if the victims are, the victims would be, obviously they would know, so they would get it right. And they say, oh, Joe Smith is the guy, this is the person who abused me. Then Joe Smith would bring him to court and be like, oh, I'm, defending my name. And then just sue and sue and sue this person into oblivion. Right. And they would be destitute and have no money left. And it would just completely wipe them out. And so they're afraid for their lives, their well-being, their families, and everything. Their lives would be destroyed simply from the blowback from the people that they are accusing. Even if it's right. And it's like, well, that's the person. I mean, my hope would be that someone would defend them pro bono and be like, listen, I get,
probably, but there's not like there's not money there from the Epstein estate and all that stuff that's been given out and everything, but it is also the threat of their lives and everything. I think the only way it works is if they all do it together simultaneously at the same time, and
it would be great. And I wonder if there would be, like, once it's out there, the bell is rung. You can't be unrung. It's like, right. Here's the list of people. Now, obviously, those people, I mean, the fear would be that they would retaliate in some way. But now the microscope's on them.
Right, exactly. And I think this is one of those cases, and you tell me if I'm wrong, where the power is in the numbers.
I hope so. I want there to be, of course, I want them to be 100% safe in, be able to come forward and say everything that, and point out all the people that were involved and bring these bastards to justice. That would be the ideal thing. But of course they're afraid to, and it's terrible that they're in that position, but they are. And I did, last few times I'm like, yeah, well, they should just come forward and say it. But of course, from their point of view, they're being threatened, not only, with their lives, their families' lives, their well-being, monetarily. They don't have the money to fight this stuff in court. They don't, this and that, and the spotlight and all this stuff. It's going to be a lot, and it's going to be. I can't even imagine how difficult that would be.
It's going to be difficult, and that's, again, considering everything that they've been through. It's like,
exactly,
they got to be prepared for that. They got to be, It's not.
I mean, these people, these victims, these survivors should have round-the-clock protection. They should be granted, especially if it's like this is a federal thing. The survivors should be like given almost Secret Service-like protection.
Yeah.
Here, we got you. We're going to, until justice will be served, you're covered.
Wouldn't it be great if our government provided such protection to its citizens? That would be nice.
That would be nice.
I believe
witnesses like that.
Yeah, I believe they will. And that's the thing that's the thing that Trump never gets with his bullshit and the right versus the left and him having to get mommy and daddy Democrats approval, is that there's real people's real lives. He, more than anybody, is so far removed from reality.
Yes.
And what everyday Americans, well, groceries, who uses the words like what? What are you talking about? Because you never fucking shop for yourself, you rich bastard.
He's dangerously stupid and detached from reality. And he does, and pile that on top of a narcissistic personality of someone who just doesn't give a shit about anybody.
Yeah.
And you have a dangerous person leading the country.
But your best chance of getting rid of him, you shoot down because she said some mean things in the past. That's the heartbreaking part about it all, Frankie. See, it might be your own worst enemy.
No, the best chance of getting rid of him is we just all vote him out, and that's it.
There's no chance to vote about it. His done. It's over.
No, the midterms. Once the midterms come, Democrats get back in power.
You think the Democrats are going to impeach him and actually remove him from office?
It's not impossible. If they have the numbers. They need two.
They're not going to have that many numbers. I don't doubt that they're going to come back and win.
Not now, but hopefully in the next year.
All right.
That's the point. That's where we need to get.
I don't know. But if they do impeach him, you're getting J.D. Vance. You're not getting a Democrat in there.
Okay, at least J.D. Vance is he sucks. He's not good at all, and he's a ridiculous person. He's a little less than Trump.
You're saying a couch fucker is a better option.
I'd rather him fuck the couch than the country.
And on that note, we didn't actually do the last story. The Clintons, they were subpoenaed over the summer. We talked about this to come and testify in front of the House Oversight Committee. And their lawyer was basically like, yeah, why don't we just send like a written thing? Because we don't really know much. And then today Comer was like, no, you better show up here, on your dates or there's going to be a problem. That was the story today. That's why I said, that's why we come off the red to the black again, because it's not this little wave of intrigue and story and new information. I think we've gone through all of it. I don't know if we're going to find anything new in those 20,000 documents. It's possible somebody missed something, and we will, but
I think that if the Clintons are being subpoenaed, then so should Trump. And so should literally everybody who's been implicated in any of this.
I don't disagree with you. I think and those people who are cheering the Clintons on, which by the way, I'm one of those people. And I think you would be too, cheering the Clintons have to go on there, sit in front of it. I 100%. Agree with what you said. Hey, great. Everybody who else is pushing for them. Everybody. If you were at that scene, then you got to go too.
Yeah. Anybody who is implicated, anybody who has any kind of
Reed Hoffman and Summers and all those fucking people should go. All of
Bring them all in.
Yeah.
Donna Summers?
Donna Summer too. She's a problem.
Donna Summer. R.I.P.
Yeah. Oh, she's dead?
So I'm pretty sure her last dance was a while ago.
I thought she was the one. I'm so sorry.
A dick about it.
She was alive and subpoenaed by the people.
How many times, I feel like this happens to me more and more, Aaron, where I find out somebody's dead and I'm like, and then like they died 7 years ago and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot. And you have that heartbreak all over again. Like, I thought they just died again.
Yeah.
Doesn't that happen a lot to you?
Yeah, it does.
There was someone else, I can't remember who it was. But yeah, you're right. It happened to me too.
Right. We have a blind top 5, but it's really 7 to do. Do we want to talk about the comedians list? Did you look it over? Do you have any thoughts on it?
I never got it.
I never looked at it.
Okay. Well, you could all see what the problem is. So clearly it's in their house. And
what did you mail it to us?
I put it in the post office and
there's a pigeon at our window with something in his beak, but I just shoot him away.
I hate it. I hate the list. I was going through I was just fine tooth combing it before I sent it over to you guys. And I was just like, oh, this is all fucking wrong. I'm like, it's going to be the whole weekend. I'm intrigued to see what you can add to it, but I hate the order is terrible.
Once Frank tells me where it is, I'll look at it.
Okay. Yeah, I think you'd be great at it, Aaron, because you would be really, really helpful with it.
Thank you. But during this show, I added 1. Is that okay? So now it's BT8. That all right?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
All right, cool. All right. Well, we'll go as quickly as we can. I think I've done something like this before, but it's Thanksgiving. So we're just going to do the things that you like the most about the holiday and the things you like the least about the holiday. 1 if you really like it, 8 if it's not your jam. All right.
Love
Or
it.
spread.
Easy enough.
Or it's not your spread. So let's be fair to
Oh
Meghan Markle.
gosh, yes. If it's not your spread, can't legally call it your jam.
I love this because we can clip this for people and put it out all day on Thanksgiving, and it'll be a fun thing to have.
Nice.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I've been clipping or having the team clip the some of our games so that while we're on Christmas break or Hanukkah break for Frank, if he ever acknowledges his Judaism, can count on me to never let a bit go. That there'll be like some fun new content on there, and some of it is from stuff like a couple of weeks ago and even months ago, so people have probably forgotten about it. So it'll like dead people, it'll be fresh, it'll be new to you all over again.
I love it. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's
all
awesome.
Right, Aaron. I'm numbering my paper from 1 to 8.
1 to 8, and I'm gonna do something a little controversial.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna come in hot with number 1.
Oh, I like it.
Number 1 is the food.
Wow, all the food at once.
Uh-huh.
All right, let me tell you what a fat fuck I am. I thought when you said Thanksgiving that this was all about the food. I thought we were going to be ranking food against each other.
Nope, the food gets its own category in this one.
All right, so blind top 5. This is going to be 8. We have to rank everything Aaron tells us without knowing what's coming next. And the subject matter is not Thanksgiving food, but Thanksgiving in general.
Yes, the holiday.
Okay.
I'm putting the food. I got to put food at 2.
You safe defensive playing bastard.
You can't put it at 1. Yeah, because it's the first one. And I don't want to get errand.
Is food not the best part of Thanksgiving? I mean, unless we're going to be corny and say the family. I don't really like getting together with my family, to be honest with you.
None of them?
Motto 1. Well, I got a couple of favorites, but, you know.
Do you watch football?
Oh, the football's good. Yeah.
Shit. See? You don't think ahead.
Okay. But let's be honest. Thanksgiving is very unique because of the food, because it's the one holiday where you really don't have that food any other time. I feel like all the other holidays you partake in the food.
Christmas is very similar.
Christmas
Day is a similar spread
to Thanksgiving.
Yeah. People
do have turkey on Christmas Day. I've noticed that. I don't know why. I don't know who those people are, but I'd like to put them on a list.
That's fine.
I'm not going to say I'm going to do anything. I'm just going to put it on a list, put it to the side, hold on to it. Yeah, just in case.
So we know whose house to go to and whose house not to go to.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on a second. I thought we had a comment of the episode already, but let me go over here and highlight Thanks Cucking.
Thanks Cucking.
From Faith O'Brien. That's pretty good.
So
that's Matt.
Faith O'Brien said, I'm going to try, but we don't have Thanksgiving here. Now, I don't want to assume where you are. Where exactly is, what country are we talking about?
Hang on, Matt/Faith. You will have Thanksgiving soon once you become the 51st state. You're going to fucking love it. We just cover a lot of stuff in turkey gravy, and it's amazing. You know what doesn't get a lot of play is that turkey gravy. The brown gravy is just all over the place, but the turkey gravy is pretty good.
Give me any gravy. It's all good.
Another babka? Turkey gravy takes the backseat to no other gravy. I am going to say number 1, food, Frank. I'm going to dare to live and take chances.
Wow.
It is the best part of Thanksgiving. Yes, there's other great things, but come on. The apple pie, the pumpkin pie, the pecan pie, the sweet potato pie.
Oh, good, man. The best is pumpkin pie. I'm sorry.
That's pumpkin. Yeah. I fucking love pumpkin. You know, I knew somebody who loved pumpkin pie so much that she would, like, her birthday was in like July or whatever, and she would insist on having pumpkin pie for her birthday. That's how much she loved pumpkin pie.
I mean, someone would have to make it, right? You can't get that really anywhere.
It's very hard to get in July. It's hard to get pumpkin pie in July. Yeah.
Put a pie in the freezer from last year.
Yeah, exactly. I usually love pumpkin pie. and crave it. And now that we're talking about pumpkin pie, I'm starting to get that feeling. But I don't know. I broke my food thing, the food brain part of my head. It's broken. I have no craving for it. I don't know what's going on. I'm not in the mood
what's
for.
Wrong with you? But last time we went food shopping, we picked up a pumpkin pie.
Yeah,
I ate the whole thing.
He did.
That's the best part about adult. People don't talk about this, but when you're like, oh, Thanksgiving's coming up and we're going to have pumpkin pie. This is the difference between childhood and adult. You're like, I can't wait for pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving. And then when you become an adult, you're like, oh, we're going to have pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving. Let me warm up this weekend and get a whole pumpkin pie that I can eat myself.
Get all down by myself.
And then you're going to roll into your Thanksgiving celebration and go, oh, pumpkin pie. Oh, I haven't had that in a while, and eat it. And
100%. And you know what the crazy part is?
Yeah.
When I got the pumpkin pie, I kind of fooled myself. I took a slice out. I was like, oh, I'm make a slice. I put it in a plate. I got my fork, and I'm like, all right, I got a nice slice of pumpkin pie.
Yep.
By the time I got to a quarter of the way through the pie, it turned into I'd grab the box out of the fridge and just forget the plate, forget slicing it into slices. No,
because why dirty another knife when it's
when I got to a quarter, there was a quarter of the pie left. I got rid of the fork and I just picked it up like a pizza.
Oh God, I didn't know that.
It was a gradual decline.
Was I next to you in bed asleep?
No. It was during the day. I was sitting here at the table. I just fucking went to town on it.
Great.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Delightful.
You want to know what was brilliant about what you just said? One, everybody, me included, and me probably more than others, can sympathize with what you just said because we've all been there. But also, B, I feel like we witnessed for the first time ever Erin doubt her own marriage. For the first time ever, she was like, oh my God, did you really do that? That was the first time she was like, huh.
Reevaluate what's going on here.
Suddenly that painting behind you isn't so beautiful anymore. It's very strange.
No, it's beautiful. I just didn't know that he did that. That's all.
Yeah, it's hard when you get to know the real person, isn't it? But yeah, we've all been
with a nice slice and a fork and a plate.
Yeah.
Then it went to a fork in the box.
Yep.
Then it went to lose the fork, just eating it out of the box.
Have you ever hit this fat fuck step? Because I've done this in the past where I will start before I totally fall off the edge that you just described and just eating it out of the thing. I'm still cutting pieces, but I'm cutting it with a fork now. Because I don't want, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll take a little more. And you cut that piece and you go, oh, let's cut this a little bit more here. And it's a terrible slippery slope, that pumpkin pie. Yeah, it's bad.
I mean, I feel like cake, those cake, what are the cake knives that like are big kind of triangular wedges that you use?
The scoopers there, yeah.
That's for guests. Like, when you have cake or pie at home, you don't need that. Well, you just fork a knife. That's it.
That's why I have a hard time. People I would trust my children with. Okay. I have a hard time trusting their home ice cream because they've just dipped into that thing with a spoon.
Oh yeah.
And they have like, unless it's like a new pint that came from the store just for this occasion that we've all gathered for, that's safe.
Yeah.
But if they're like, oh, I have ice cream. Do you want ice cream?
Yeah, There's half a container.
Yeah.
You can see the spoon marks.
Right. I want to see you break the seal on that ice cream. I can't trust you if you've just been in there with it. Yeah. I don't know if that's a scooper or a spoon. Some of those look a little shallow. Those little, those divots look a little shallow to me. I can't trust it.
Agreed.
Thanks.
Just when you said at the beginning, this is kind of a slight departure, but when you said about being an adult, one of the best things about being an adult, and I just growing up, Chips Ahoy, Oreos, any kind of little munchkins, my mom would always give us 3. And always, like, even if we only wanted 2, she would be like, here's 3. I was like, okay. But I just remember I moved out when I was 22 and I lived with my roommate that I didn't know. We weren't friends. It was just a living situation in Manhattan. And she came to the table with 4 cookies. And I was like, you were allowed to have 4? And she was like, allowed? And I was like, oh, I can have 4. She's like, maybe we shouldn't live together. Like she thought I was insane. She thought I was like crazy. And I was like, I'm going to go get one. And you know why, Kim? Because I can. And she was like, I got to look up, like, she like grabbed the paper and started looking up like new apartments. But it was just crazy. I just remember the first time that I was like, I can have 4 cookies. I am 22 years old and living in Manhattan.
You're fucking living, baby. You know what's hilarious about that? I didn't move out of my house till I was like 37. And I like didn't live with a total stranger. So the maturity in you to make those huge moves and then at the same time be like, I can have a 4th cookie, can't I? That's so fucking funny to me.
Yeah, it was so funny. Somebody was like, it was a girl, but her roommate before was a guy. And she was like, her roommate got called to be Boots the monkey on the Dora the Explorer national tour. Are you interested in taking his room? I was like, yeah. Okay.
Huge.
It was just so like weird. Anyway, so that is, now that we're all adults, we can see how much we like number 2, which is, not everyone does this, but let's just pretend we do. The fun and games after. Sometimes people play games after, like the after dinner fun.
Yeah. I like that. That's good stuff too.
Me too.
That's fun. That's always fun. They get the games. You could break out a board game or something. Card game. Yeah, I'll go 3 on that one.
I was about to go 2, but I think I'm going to go 3 as well. Yeah, I'm going 3 games. It's the best. It's where all the memories are. You beat Uncle Eddie, and then everybody talks about the time you were 6 and you beat Uncle Eddie at the car. You know,
like
I mean,
out of control and loud and crazy. And
yeah. Everybody's got different games. It's cards. It's bingo. It's whatever. You know, yeah, totally fun. Total game. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Left, right, center. All right.
Left, right, center's a good one.
Oh, it's been a while since I played Left, Right, Center. That was a good game.
That is a good one.
Okay. Next up, this one's kind of broad. We're going kind of broad for this one. You know, like food is everything, games is everything. So this one is just the conversation, the potential for drama, the nostalgia, the stories of past. It's what you talk about during the dinner.
This has been heightened in the Trump era because you're just waiting for that one cousin to be like, I don't know, he brokered peace in the Middle East. I think he knows what he's doing. You're just waiting for that one person to just light the switch.
And the other people go, oh, this fucking thing. Yeah, get out and leave. Yeah, I'm not. If it's nostalgic talk, and the old times, someone breaks out old pictures or something, and you're talking about just if it's not politics, then yeah, conversation's fun and great. I'll put that at 6.
All right, help me out here. Help me. I'm putting myself on the therapist couch. I don't know if this is the podcast radio host in me, but I'm really afraid to say this because this is a real admission. I prepare material for Thanksgiving.
Stop it.
I do. And not like I sit here and write a routine down, but I know my uncle likes cars. So I'll be like, what's happening in the car world that I could connect with him about? And then, this one likes that. So I will come. And this also comes from the fact that we're always reading stuff anyway. So you just catch something you're like, oh, that'll be fun to talk to, Uncle Richard about, But I will literally sit there and be like, oh, I know my cousin's into this. I wonder if there's anything happening in this. Like,
That's really sweet. That's actually really great. Yeah, it's really great.
It's very considerate, but you're still a loser.
No, it can appear to be that way, but I do it because a fear of falling into small talk or things that I don't really care about or want to talk talk about. And also I fear just like we're all sitting there quiet and it's just like,
do you ever do that with like me or Aaron? You think of something you come up with topics?
No, I don't keep a list.
Another thing.
I don't keep a list of things to bring up just in case it gets awkward. No.
Got it.
That's interesting.
It's not like I have written down on cards or anything like that. That's not what I would do ever.
When something happens to me,
because why would you keep something like that, Frank? If you you might get caught, and it would be okay. I'm done with it. Sorry, Aaron, you were saying.
It's a good bit.
It's all right.
Oh, no. Brooke wrote, we usually talk about who is getting what when mom dies. Lord, Brooke.
Oh God, that's brutal.
That's awesome. That is, but you know what though? I've seen my parents and my aunt and uncle do that. And when my grandmother was still alive, they were like that wall clock is mine. Don't even. Yeah, they do that. That should happen. Well, I told you the story the other day that my grandmother's bingo bag is still in the family.
What bag?
Her bingo bag.
You never saw. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you might not have been here. The bag that she had, the little stamper and all like the little bingo knick-knacky things. Like she had a whole bag, and it's still in the family.
Hey, that's good. Who got that?
I think my mother got it. Yeah, my mother got it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, they'll claim their territory. It's better than my family, Brooke. All my family talks about is, have you shit yet? Are you shitting well? How's your shit? How's your bowel movements going? Are you pooping good? You know what I'm taking to poop? Yeah, they're only asking you because they want to be like, this is what I'm taking this shit better. Let me tell you all about it.
Yeah, my family, it's movies, and I don't know. Movies is the big thing.
You don't obsess over bowel movements?
Oh, that's a big part of it too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll give you that.
All right. Well, number 4.
I put conversation. Wait, did we say where we put it? I'm sorry.
I put it at 6.
I put it at 7.
Number 4, halfway there. This is for the very specific few of us or other people. It's not me, but mine would be low. But who likes to host? Who likes to have Thanksgiving?
Nope.
Oh, no, that's 8. Oh, thanks for giving me an easy 8. Yeah, don't like hosting Thanksgiving. No.
I don't think I ever have, but I have no interest.
Okay, we did Thanksgiving, just me, Cuddles, and the kids once.
That's technically hosting.
Is that hosting? I was going to ask. I don't know what
hosting. You have to have someone come over.
Yeah, I think so too. I'll tell you, just to make the damn dinner ourselves, I was like, this sucks. This is like, I have a whole new respect for my uncle for hosting.
A lot of shit.
That's a pain.
I think there's a difference between hosting Thanksgiving and just having Thanksgiving. I think if you're hosting, people come over. If you're having it, you just, whoever's in the house, whoever lives there is having it.
Yeah. But you know what's weird with parties in general? Sometimes I do love hosting, and sometimes it's nice to just show up, eat and drink stuff, and then leave.
And just get the hell out of it. You don't have to worry about the cleanup for the most part.
Yeah, the prep, all that shit.
Yeah, and then if whoever's staying, you have to. I leave and I go to bed. I don't have to wait for everybody to leave before I can.
First of all,
give up on the rest of the day.
I have been at parties with you where you're like, I'm going to bed, and you just literally snooze for like 2 hours. It's pretty embarrassing.
Hey, I have to sleep when I have to sleep.
That's why I prepare conversation starters, because I'll go right out too. Faith is hosting Mercury this year for Christmas. That's nice.
Wow.
That'd be a nice thing. I'd like to get an invitation to somebody's Thanksgiving party.
That is nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Number 5.
I'm including, again, these are real big, real broad. So the parade, but also the Thanksgiving, specials like the Charlie Brown one and the Garfield one and, the Hallmark, a Thanksgiving for Muriel, whatever. All the TV that is involved in Thanksgiving.
Yes. Frank, I'm going to jump out here and say number 2 for me.
Wow.
Right behind the food. You said it before, the nostalgia, the tradition, it's all built into Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving, the parade, seeing the old floats, seeing what the new floats are. And then the end of the parade is like the best part of the day when Santa comes. It's still, it's one of those rare moments where I still feel like a child sometimes, where you're like, I got to see this,
Yeah, sorry. It includes football. Sorry. It includes football.
No, then I feel even better about my number 2.
That's you working on your conversation?
Yeah.
For the holiday? How's your number 2? It's weird. I like the parade. I really do, but I never catch it. I never remember to watch it.
What?
I know. Not never. I catch it here and there, but I'm never like, oh shit. I'm always, it's always, oh shit, the parade. And then after that, because I feel like Thanksgiving, it morphs into you're watching Christmas movies.
I'm sorry.
Am I wrong?
I'm sorry. Matt or Faith, whatever. We're just gonna go with Faith. If we call him Matt, nobody who doesn't know us is gonna know what they're talking about. Right? It's the best part of the day is when Santa comes. Seek help, bro. Never before in my life than this episode have I felt like more like a naive piece of shit.
That's hard to believe.
From start to finish. Ouch, Jesus Christ. From start to finish, it's been a bad one for your old pal Ant. This has been a bad game.
But all right, so
anyway, guy Frank, you were talking about you sleep past the Thanksgiving Day parade, which is amazingly on for 3 hours till noon. God.
That's basically what happens.
What the fuck are you doing Thanksgiving morning that you're missing? That there's literally nothing else on television that morning.
You said it.
I'm sleeping, which is what he's doing.
Yeah,
you can fucking sleep, dude.
Watching TV. I don't know. Plus, I don't have. I'm sure it streams now, but I don't have regular TV. It's probably streaming on something.
I think, I think on YouTube.
All right. Yeah, and if I catch it, I catch it. Or sometimes, usually I just forget. I do like to catch. They do the dog show is good.
Yeah, that's good. No, it's so cute.
Everybody tunes out. When that dog show, I put it on. I go, "Is that stupid dog?" And then it's there, and I go, "All right, that dumb thing's still on." I turn the TV off immediately.
Oh, man.
You're awful.
Nobody watches more than 3. That show has 1 million people watching in the first 2.5 minutes, and then everybody tunes out of that shit.
I gotta know who wins Best in Show.
Oh my god!
I put it at 5. TV
okay.
and movies, because you know what? When Thanksgiving's happening, I'm not really watching anything for the most. We're not by the TV, around the TV for the most part.
Look at Brooke. I'm sleeping off my hangover. There you go.
See? Don't cuck on my parade.
Yeah, Thanksgiving Eve is a big night to go out.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. 3 more.
Okay, so this is decorating like your living room and the front door and the lawn, looking around to your various establishments, the way that they decorate for fall and Thanksgiving. Who likes that?
I'm going to put that at 6. I don't decorate for Thanksgiving.
Aw.
Yeah, we don't really do anything. I'll be honest with you. My Halloween pumpkin is still out in front of the house, and it's a miracle. I can't tell you how much I've had to fight off Cuddles. She wanted to decorate November 1st for Christmas.
Why not? Let her decorate.
No, it's I like for Christmas. Yeah, for Christmas. I like it. Yesterday was the first day I started listening to Christmas music. I think that's more than fair.
Which is fine, but put up the Christmas. So what? Makes you happy.
Yeah, this weekend would be the ideal time for me to do it, and then I enjoy the Thanksgiving with it. But I feel like it's going to wait till next weekend. We got a lot of stuff to do.
In terms of this list, Aaron, it's fall Thanksgiving decorations, not Christmas decorations, right?
That is correct, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not Christmas. See, I like all the decorations. I guess I like all that stuff. I'll put that at 4.
But unless you have a kid, like, what's the Thanksgiving decoration? You're gonna put turkey pictures up on the wall?
Like pumpkin things around and like the leaves stuff, and I like the look of it all. Like I enjoy that fall look.
That's another thing to clean up before you put up the goddamn Christmas decorations.
I like the way it all looks. I like the cornucopia.
The pilgrims. They're cute.
Maybe that's why you're so tired, because of all the decorating you're doing.
Aaron does the decoration.
We all knew that Aaron did the decorating. Nobody here thought you did any decorating.
All right. Well, the way you were talking.
All right. Now we have 2 left, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I have 1 and 7 open.
Wow.
And
I have 4 and 5.
4 and 5. Okay.
All right. Number 7 is for Cuddles, the beginning of the holiday season. Once it's over.
Yeah.
See, I
The
like
best part about Thanksgiving is when it ends.
See, this is tough because I have 1 and 7. I really like the start of the holidays. One thing I don't like is when Thanksgiving is so late.
Mm,
Like this year, it's very late. Sometimes there's 5 weeks till Christmas. Now there's only 4, I think.
right, right.
So I like when Thanksgiving is a little earlier in the month, when it falls a little earlier. But
Is that another thing you're going to blame the president for?
yes, I stubbed my toe before. It was all his fault. I like the start of the holidays. Okay, I can't put that at 7. I got to put it at 1.
That's a tough 7. You have no choice. I'm with you. You have no choice here.
Holidays begin. I like it.
It's the best part of the holidays too, because it's like it's all ahead of you.
That's all I have. Yeah,
The list hasn't hit yet.
When it's December 26th and literally everything just stops on a dime. All the Christmas music's over. It's gone.
That's the word. I'll never forget the first year I was leaving my aunt's house from Christmas on Christmas Day, and the station that started playing Christmas music in fucking August suddenly was playing regular music on Christmas Day. I wanted to put my fist through the goddamn wall. I'm like, how you couldn't hang on for another 3 goddamn hours?
It's so stupid. Play it through Christmas and fade it out. Play a few songs on the 26th.
Yeah. Yes, because people are still. What's everybody doing the day after? They're going to the other in-laws' house so they didn't celebrate Christmas with to celebrate Christmas. They're seeing the friends, or they're going to their work thing is that day. Yeah, yes.
There's a holiday break. There's a Christmas break. There's still celebrating going on. Kids are still playing with new toys and stuff. You got all this stuff going on. And also, there was a year where I, out of nowhere, heard Winter Wonderland. It was like January 3rd. I was like, this is great. It's not a Christmas song, play the wintry songs. That's fun.
Right.
They get rid of those too. Winter Wonderland is not necessarily a Christmas song. It's a winter, I feel like that song doesn't get enough. Like there's that song. I guess Jingle Bells is a Christmas song. It's winter, it's snow, it's sleigh. But like they could play Winter Wonderland or I can't think of any other ones off the top of my head, but like I'm sure there are wintry songs that aren't necessarily Christmas songs.
Yeah, I get you.
Weeks of nothing but Winter Wonderland is not the best diet, but we'll see.
I still follow some of the dickhead radio people, and there was a guy who was like, "Don't ruin your station with Christmas music too early." I'm like, now that's the thing. I'm like, all we've done for the last 2 decades is play Christmas music too early. Now all of a sudden you're telling people that are not.
I feel like the earlier you want to celebrate, the better. If it makes you happy and you want to celebrate in August, celebrate in August. If you're not, what's the big deal? Put up your tree whenever. I don't care. As long as it makes you happy.
I'm nominating Robin.
I put half the tree in the living room.
What'd you say?
I brought half the tree up from the living room while you were painting.
Sweet.
Oh, really? Oh, so you guys are getting the decorations up this weekend, aren't you?
You know how oblivious I am. I walked right around it and didn't even notice. I walked through the living room when I got home and I didn't even see it.
Sometimes I feel like your life is fantasy camp. You're Kramer. You're just like, how do you walk past a half decorated tree?
No, it might be in the box. Is it still in the box?
Yes.
All right, it's in the box.
Probably a big box though. I don't think you got a 2-foot tree.
Regular size tree.
All right, the last one.
Robin suggested cold as ice foreigner, which is fucking hilarious with the shade.
That is funnier.
There's a good winter song.
Yeah.
Is Frosty the Snowman, is that Christmas or is that winter?
That's Christmas.
Oh, do they say Christmas?
What's the one by the girl, the folk singer? I wish I had a son to skate on the river to skate. What's that fucking song?
Oh, that one's sad. Don't sing that one.
It is a little sad, and it's very Christmassy, but it is more winter than Christmas.
It's just, I feel like.
Who is that? I wish I had a river that I could skate away on. Is that it? Do I have the words right?
Yeah, but what's weird is just I only know it as Robert Downey Jr. because he sang it on Ally McBeal. That was the first time I heard it. So I don't know who sings it. Otherwise, I don't know the female who sings it.
Mm.
I'm going to disagree with you, man. I think Frosty the Snowman is a winter song. Because you could build snowmen
in the
January, February, and I don't think they even mention Christmas in the song.
They don't mention Christmas in that song?
As far as I can remember, maybe I'm missing a verse, but
They do say thumpity thump thump a lot.
They do say that.
Joni Mitchell sings River.
Oh, God, that's going to be even sadder.
And the opening line is, "It's coming on Christmas." But that's really it. I mean, the rest of it is just about winter.
Right.
So,
yeah.
But
if it mentions Christmas, I think it's a Christmas song. But winter, I feel like Frosty is a winter song.
Right,
Frosty could be just as relevant in January.
All right, let's see. Frosty the Snowman, jolly happy soul with a corncob pipe button nose, 2 eyes made out of coal. So it's a fairy tale to say they made of snow and children one day came to life. It doesn't really mention Christmas.
Who is that jerk in Frosty the Snowman? The one that
Professor Hinkle.
Professor Hinkle. Busy, busy, busy.
That's a good impression. That's spot on.
Thank you.
That's pretty good. You've been knocking him out of the park. I was laughing at your Shane Gillis the other day. I was looking at the clip.
Oh. Frank, what did you say that was so good in the car? I couldn't believe.
Oh yeah, what?
How good you were.
I gotta write these down. The ones that I do.
I remember you told me you were like, I can't wait to watch the dog show this year.
Car, and it was so good.
Yeah, I did a good one.
Was it Pee-wee?
Was it
Herman?
who?
Pee-wee Herman?
It must have been Pee-wee. Maybe it was Pee-wee.
Yeah, the laugh. It got me.
Francis.
Yeah, that was really good. All right. Now for the last one. I'm sorry. It could have been Black Friday, but it wasn't. It could have been the fact that we get Friday. Some people get Friday off, but it wasn't. It is the post-Thanksgiving turkey sleep.
Oh, the nap. Oh, shit, yeah.
That's good. Post-Thanksgiving sleep.
I'm just going to write nap. Wait, are you talking about the sleep that night or the nap after you eat?
We've been going broad. Whatever you want.
Anytime you go to sleep after you eat the turkey.
That nap, whenever you are and it's a little hot, you ate a lot, you had some wine, just mouth
it's
open.
Head tilted back sleep. There's no other way to sleep after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
This is required.
Yeah. Because you're at somebody else's house and you're like, oh my God, this is so uncomfortable. I can't. And you're like, you're out. You're just out.
Everybody's talking around you, watching football.
It's funny when you were a kid, you used to watch your grandparents fall asleep and you're like, there's so much. How could they fall asleep? And now we're 43 and I'm like, I can't stay awake. I got to get the fuck out of here.
I'm like, how could you not fall asleep? Where are you getting all this energy? What the hell? This is my list. I think
that's good.
Solid.
I have hosting at 8, conversation at 7, Thanksgiving decorations at 6, napping at 5, start of the holiday season at 4, playing games with the family at 3, the parade, the specials, the TV, the football at 2, and food at 1.
Not bad, not bad.
You think the holiday beginning is better than the food? You stand by that?
Holiday beginning is I don't know. That's a very close race. I could probably live with switching those, but I could live with this list the way it is. I like the beginning of the holidays. I like that extra kind of cheer in everyone's mood.
Yeah,
it's a nice thing. And the Christmas movies come on, and the music starts changing, and everybody. I like going in places that like stores are now decorated, or like the streets. People, all of a sudden the streets have the decorations up between the lampposts and things like that. I like that kind of stuff.
I like going where the streets have no name. That's my favorite part of the holidays.
All right. On that note, I will.
I don't like when she leaves. I like it better.
No. I'm sorry. It was wonderful. It was really funny. I like the U2 joke.
Yeah,
I think more U2 humor in 2026. That's what I say. But I don't know about the show, but as for me, I'm out. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And if you don't live in America, just happy.
Go Thursday. Fuck yourself. Oh, sorry.
I don't know. All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for letting me be part of this.
Great job, Erin C., ladies and gentlemen.
Pick up that Oval, baby. Pick it up.
Pick up Oval, written by Erin. It's a wonderful book. Anthony's holding up a copy right there. You could buy a copy for yourself. Link in the description below. It's available on Amazon. You could also buy, if you want, a digital copy. It's available as well. So pick up a copy of Oval, a novel written by Erin C. herself. It's a wonderful book. Highly recommended. It's available right now. Check it out.
Yes. Good read, my friend. Good job on that.
Thank you very
I'll be
much.
discussing Oval at my Thanksgiving table.
There you go.
That's
Yeah,
right.
read a passage at the table. That's good.
You know what? I am going to do that. I am going to read my favorite passage at the table.
Just make sure you give everybody the link to buy it.
Hey, everybody, this is the Thanksgiving. It was wonderful. I'm going to read a passage from Oval, which, by the way, link in the description of the Thanksgiving dinner to purchase.
Yeah, look under your plates. The link is right there.
People are going to be like, he's lost it. He thinks he's on a podcast right now. It's dinner.
Yeah. Do you wake up in the middle of the night and go, so like and subscribe?
Yeah, I do. No, I have definitely been. It's been like 3 o'clock in the morning. I get up to pee and I go, we should plug the subscriptions more in the middle of the show.
Oh, you
All
see.
right, Frankie, that's it. Next week, we'll do the comedian list.
No meat, potato salad.
Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll catch you again.
Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.